Hello everyone, welcome to another recipe on this channel. This channel is going to blow up today because this recipe is amazing, guys. I love eating banoffee. Now, have you ever imagined a banoffee pool cake with lots of cream, plenty of dulce de leche, banana and whipped cream? Guys, it's just too good. Shall we learn how to make it? It's awesome, an easy recipe, but first I want to wish you all a good year. Thank God we're starting it, right? Happy New Year to everyone, welcome. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and subscribe, okay? Because I want this year, I want my channel to really take off, okay guys? So help me out, all right? Go ahead and subscribe, like and share, right? And this amazing recipe, I'm sure you're going to love it. Shall we write it down? I already have here 240 grams of all-purpose flour without baking powder, 180 grams of refined sugar, 120 grams of butter or margarine, I'm using margarine, 80 milliliters of milk at room temperature, 3 eggs, 1 banana. It can be a regular banana, just like this, mashed for the batter, okay guys? 10 grams of baking powder and 4 grams of ground cinnamon. This is a creamy batter, right? So this time we're going to beat it with a mixer, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to grab the mixer and start separating the ingredients that need to be sifted. Flour, you can add the cinnamon together with the flour and the baking powder. Go ahead and sift this here. Now I'm going to add the margarine or butter here, guys, because I'm going to beat it quickly, just for about a minute with the sugar, okay? And then once it turns into a lighter cream, I add the eggs one at a time and keep beating. I'm just going to stop for a moment to scrape down the sides here. It always sticks to the sides here. Keep beating for about 20 more seconds. It's just a mix, guys. You don't need to keep beating for a long time, okay? All done, guys. It's quick. Well, I'm going to take it out of here because I don't like to keep beating in the mixer, so I don't activate the gluten in my flour. So let's do it by hand. Okay, with the whisk on the side. The flour is already here. Sift the flour with the baking powder, make sure everything is well sifted, right? And now just mix in the rest of the ingredients. I've already got the milk. And let's go, guys, adding the flour little by little here. See? Let me just give it a little stir. I'm going to add it in about 3 stages, and honestly, it doesn't really matter exactly how you do it. Oh, another thing you also need to add, you can add it now, guys, if you want, is the banana, okay? Add the banana and then add the cinnamon as well. It's really easy and straightforward to do this, trust me. And leave just the flour and the milk for last, okay? Add a little bit of the milk and let's go. Mix it up thoroughly. See how simple and uncomplicated it is to make and what a delicious, smooth batter you end up with. And don't worry at all if it looks a bit curdled, okay? It's not a problem. Your cake won't turn out bad or be ruined because of that. In a little while, it'll stop looking curdled, okay? Add a bit more flour with baking powder, a bit more milk, and mix again until everything is well combined and smooth. The rest of the flour, the rest of the milk. And now mix it for a minute here, okay? Hey guys, look at this batter. The curdled look is gone. Look how beautiful it is with that cinnamon aroma and a bit of banana in the batter. Now let me talk about the pan. If you don't know, there's a video on this channel teaching you how to make a powerful cake release agent. Just look it up, okay? Because I never go without it, guys. This is my Bund pan. It's 22 centimeters, but if you have a 20 centimeter one, this batter will also work, but it's for a 22 centimeter pan. For those who don't know, it's deep. Look how cool. This is where we'll later put the bananas and the dulce de leche, okay? And for your cake to come out perfectly, I'm going to work here by melting a bit of my release agent and brushing it on with this silicone brush. Be very careful because you need to coat everything perfectly. because this cake has to come out perfect, right, guys? It can't stick to the sides. So make sure you do a good job, okay? I even like to check if it's really well done, you know? I run my finger along the side to see if everything's just right, okay? You can also brush the release agent up the sides of your pan so it comes out perfectly. On the sides of the baking pan, right, guys? Right here, look. You can go all the way up. Once everything is just right, it's time to pour in the batter, okay? Give it a stir like this. Check again to make sure there's no flour at the bottom. That's really important. And now we're going to pour this batter in here. Look at how beautiful this batter is. Pour in a little bit. And let's even it out here, guys. Look, I can even see the little bananas here, huh? Smooth it out all along the sides so it goes in, right? So it goes in well. Keep making it more even and add the rest here. Guys, my pan is 22 centimeters, okay? So the batter fits perfectly. If it's a 20 centimeter pan, you'll have some batter left over. So you can reduce it by 25% of the recipe, so you can put it in a 20 centimeter baking pan, okay? Smooth it out well. There needs to be space for it to rise. All set, I'm going to bake it now. My oven is already preheated to 180 to 190 degrees, and it'll bake for about 45 minutes because it's a buttery batter, but I'll let you know how it turns out later. I'm going to start on the filling for this cake while it's baking. Guys, I don't even know if it's a filling or a topping because this pan always confuses me. It's really deep, right? So you can fit so much in there. It's wonderful. Look, here's what I'm going to do. I have 4 ripe bananas already sliced. You can cut them diagonally like I did here. That's fine. 120 milliliters of water, 100 grams of sugar, and a cinnamon stick. I'm going to start by caramelizing the sugar a little bit. Let it melt a bit so it gets some color, so the banana ends up kind of caramelized. When the sugar melts, I add the water and the cinnamon stick. Stir it a little, then add the banana and let it boil for a bit. It's that simple, okay? So let's go over to the little pan. It goes straight onto the stove, right, guys? Because it's simple here, there's no way around it. I have to melt the sugar, so let's go to the stove. Here you keep stirring. It's okay, it's going to crystallize a bit anyway, but then it melts, okay? Stir a little until it gets a caramel color. Be very careful not to burn the sugar, okay? At this point, guys, I've already turned the heat down. And now look, it's already well dissolved, right? Melted. I'm even going to take it off the heat a little so I can add the water very carefully on the side, okay guys? Be really careful and preferably only use hot water to help here, okay? I've turned off the heat and I'm pouring it slowly right in the corner. I'm going to turn the heat back on so it can start dissolving this sugar here. I'm also going to add a little cinnamon stick now, very slowly on low heat because I'm going to wait for this sugar to dissolve before adding the banana, okay? Once it's dissolved, I'll show you and add the banana. Guys, it's dissolved. Look how cool that is. Believe it or not, my cinnamon stick split in 2, okay? It wasn't me who did it, no. It split here, I thought it was just one, but that's okay. I'll use it later to decorate. It's already dissolved, now it's time to add the banana, so I'm going to turn it off for a bit. Add the banana. Actually, no, don't turn it off. It's still on, I'm just going to add the banana. It's not supposed to keep cooking here. Otherwise, guys, what could happen? My banana could dissolve, okay? And I don't want that. I'm just passing it through this syrup. And to make it tastier, I'll just let it boil a little bit here and then I'll turn it off too. Guys, look, it's really quick. Once it starts boiling, you turn it off and leave it here in this syrup because it'll keep going, right? We're going to let it cool and soak up a bit of that cinnamon flavor, okay? It's already off, it's all done. Guys, now it's time for the best part of this cake. So it's already cooled down. I even had it turned upside down to cool really well. And now I'm going to take it out of the pan. I also have a little bit of whipped cream here so we can decorate the top, okay? Our little bananas are already here in this delicious syrup. But guys, look, I'm not going to use the syrup. I'm going to take the bananas out from here, okay? So this syrup here, like this, is not going on the cake, all right? There's a lot of sugar in it too. It would make it way too sweet. Because I'm going to add Dulce De Leche because it's Banoffee, right guys? Banoffee has to have good Dulce De Leche. If you want to cook it in a pressure cooker, go ahead. It turns out delicious, right? All right then. And now it's time to start decorating. Well, the decoration is simple. So I'm just going to take the little cake out of here. It's already nice and loose. It's already cooled down, already loosened up. Shall we see how this turned out, guys? Look at that, really loose, huh? And look at this, how beautiful. Check out this depth here so you can fit plenty of filling, lots of delicious stuff, right? So let's go. The first thing I'm going to do is put a thin layer of Dulce De Leche on the bottom here, okay? I like to put it here in a piping bag like this because that way I know exactly how thick I'm making it. It's a bit cold, so I'm going to have to squeeze a little harder here, okay? So you can put a generous layer of Dulce De Leche here, see? I'm just going to give it a little stir here to cover up the holes, make it nice and even. It's ready, guys. Now banana on top. I've got a spoon so I can do it like this. I'm just taking it out from here, see? And look at this, huh? I'm going to put a generous amount here, okay? Just spreading it out now. I'm going to use all the banana, all right? Keep adding it on top. Keep spreading it. Hold on. Looks pretty good, right? Now I'm going to put a little whipped cream in a piping bag. And I'm going to decorate around this banana here. I'm using the 4B piping tip, okay? And now I'm making little stars along the edge of my pie. Guys, look how beautiful it is. More than beautiful, really. Delicious. I'm going to use this cinnamon I have here. I'll even use it as decoration, right? I've got 2 cinnamon sticks here, see? And look at this. And this syrup here, guys, I'm not going to use it, okay? Just look how delicious. How beautiful, everyone. If you want, you can also sprinkle a little cinnamon on top, but I'm not going to do that, you know? Because otherwise it'll darken the banana and it's so beautiful with this color, right? Look, it's all done.